Hi everyone, Robin here, recording the first episode of 2025. And I thought, I always wanted to record an episode on the boulevard of Scheveningen, um, the beach where I live near to. I'll definitely save one of the episodes with somebody else on one of these benches in warmer times. But I felt, let's start this new year fresh. I'm thinking of doing a polar plunge or like a dive in the ocean. I'm more like kind of guy that loves taking warm showers. But I felt like kicking off this year on the bench with you by myself to, touch upon certain topics, to reflect on the Good Place podcast. And I'm doing it freestyle. I have not really scripted anything because it's also how these conversations go on a public bench. They're always non-scripted. We do talk a bit about the topics that somebody wants to touch upon, but I love to go in blank in every conversation. Since I've started with my neighbor in 2023, sure, I knew him, but even through the podcast, I got to know him a lot better than I initially thought. And that also makes my life more exciting, right? And keep things more as a surprise. And last year, 2024, has been a really good year for the Good Place channel, I have to admit, because I just did the math. I didn't even know, but I recorded 30 episodes in 2024. So that means of the 52 weeks that a year has, 30 of them were filled with beautiful episodes and conversations with citizens from around the world. And most of them, of course, are recorded in The Hague because I live here, which is convenient. I mean, I don't live to travel from this podcast, so I'll just, it's not only about the different places I'm visiting, it's also about the different people I'm meeting in life. And that can also be in my own hometown. So, but we've been to The Hague, we've been to Amsterdam, we've been to Rotterdam. We've been lucky to record episodes in Valencia, in Spain, even in Gabia, which is south of Valencia. And I've been to London. Thanks for recording an episode in London. And in Marrakesh, which of course was not with somebody from Marrakesh, but with Liz from New York. But we met in Marrakesh during a conference. So we felt that was the best moment to record an episode. And that's been the last one of 2024. Very grateful for that. It's been quite a ride. Most of the people that I had on the bench next to me were people I didn't know before. So I also feel that I've met a lot of new people via through Instagram, people reaching out via DMs, me reaching out to other people I thought are interesting. And people ask me, like, how do you find these people or how do you choose them? Well, not so much choosing them. It's very much if somebody has an interesting story to share or to tell, I'm quite open and quite flexible in having somebody, giving somebody the opportunity to share their story with me. I think that's also what Good Place is about. It's really holding space on a public bench to share their story, to share their reservations, to share their experiences and difficulties even, or the beautiful things that they work on in life. And I'm happy to talk and discuss about them because everybody has their own experience, has their own story. And this all is about storytelling. And although certain experience might look the same, they're never the same because everybody has their own subjective experience to it and their own learnings from it. And so there will always be room and space on the Good Place channel for people to share their story. And sure, you have people, one story is more exciting than the other, but it's not a contest on who's having the best story or the most fun story or the most engaging or the most touching. Sure, I can say that I've been touched by one story more than the other. I've had people sharing and being open about the fact that they broke up in their relationship, got divorced, and had to move on in life. I also got inspired positively about. I remember this conversation I had with Patricio in Valencia, where through our conversation we realized, like, hey, every decision in life doesn't have to be a life decision, but every decision can make your life. And that also has two sides of the coin, right? I mean, we always want to do every decision that we make should be almost perfect, but I think that's the beauty of it. It shouldn't. We should try things more and just go for it and feel the courage to chase our dreams. And not everything is a bullseye, fully straight on, rightfully so. So sometimes you just have to make a decision, and sometimes it doesn't make your life, which is fine. But at least you've tried. And that's also the beauty of 2024, is that I realized that the Good Place channel is not just the conversations here on the bench. There's so many more people that need help, need support. And I think that's been the most beautiful insight in 2024, is that everyone needs a support network. Everyone needs a person or a group of people that can actually help you take that next step further. So I hope these podcasts, these episodes will give you inspiration and help you get a perspective on life and change a few things in your life and go for it. At the same time, we also launched an online program that is there for people that really want to roll up their sleeves and change something. And then we have a beautiful group. We've done 2 editions now with amazing citizens who form like a community of mutual respect, mutual understanding, providing a listening ear, and really want to help each other out. Not just their own situation in life, but also others. So I've been super grateful that we've been able to launch this online program next to the podcast channel. Through the podcast channel, we've also been able to attend events and talk to people that actually almost literally work on making cities a good place. That give us perspective, like, hey, yeah, a good place, yeah, sure, in your mental state, your life, but it also is about the city we live in. How can we make the cities we live in more resilient, more healthy, more future-proof? And then we as a citizen can play a role in it. So maybe you've seen it in the channel. I've been also able to talk to a lot of experts and professionals in the field to talk about what a good place is and what we can do as citizens to work on these kind of good places. And I'm very got inspired from all these conversations to launch our first own deck of conversation cards. I have a copy here. Let me just pick one question, just to could be personal, which is fine. There are 4 categories, which is about place, questions about you as a person, questions about life, and the what ifs in life. So dream on, thinking forward, brainstorming about what a certain situation could be. Let me just randomly pick one. Here you go. Do you know your neighbors and how do you meet? Well, funny enough, ever since I moved to The Hague from Amsterdam, I've never have been in so many contact with my neighbors as where I live now. Our down neighbor is from Nicaragua, beautiful family of four, and they're the sweetest. They even walk our dog at times, and they've come to our daughter's birthday parties. And how did we meet? I don't know. I think it's been like ever since we moved in. We just contacted, and we took it off right away. And I'm very grateful to have these kind of neighbors. Yeah, living next to us. But there are other neighbors in the street that I also got to know. And my advice would be get a dog, because a dog brings you places and gets you to meet with your fellow neighbors, because they all want to, especially when they're puppies, get so cute and want to cuddle. So that's a good excuse to get in touch. Let me do one more question. What is the best advice you've ever received, and who gave it to you? Oh wow. Okay. That was actually from a friend of mine who unfortunately passed away in 2008. So God bless you, Jasper. One of the quotes he shared with me, which I always use in everything that I do, is let's cross that bridge when we get there. Meaning to say that certain things in life, they just happen to you because it flows or as it goes. And it's not something, no, go for it. But you don't have to worry too much about these things. So sometimes you just have to worry. So a problem is only a problem when it is a problem. So don't, stress yourself out too much about certain things. So as well, that crossing that bridge when we get there, sometimes you just have to trust the process and see it for yourself whenever you get there on the destination that you arrive. And don't be too focused on being in control all the time. So I'm happy that that quote was shared with me, because it helped me a lot of things in life. Perhaps even with launching this Good Place channel. I hope this channel becomes successful and there's a lot of listeners and subscribers. I'm happy that all these conversations that we're recording are timeless, right? I mean, things that happen now, but the experiences and memories that we have and share are still valuable in years from now. So even I hope in years from now on, you'll come across different stories and episodes, and they could still be helpful to you or inspiring. Same as the connections that we've made or I've made on these benches are hopefully timeless. I still hope that whenever I go travel places and be in touch with people, that I still am able to meet them and that we stay connected and talk about life. That's also why decided to launch this Good Place Society community space for people to join in. So whenever we travel or go different places, we can actually meet with each other and connect about these things in life and celebrate these moments, being in that good place. And sure, not everyone is in a good place, and that's okay, because good place is, as I've learned, is a moving target. So it changes, and you have to adapt to it, and we have to work for it. It just doesn't happen automatically. And we've had some amazing themes in the last year pass by about the importance of people, friendships, family, security. We even touched about things about loneliness, about moving abroad, career, jobs, starting your own businesses. There are a lot of people on different crossroads, and that's fine, which is exciting, right? Especially at the beginning of this new year. So I think See this as a moment to almost got my camera almost got ran over by a cyclist on the boulevard of Scheveningen, but that's fine. It's part of it. What I wanted to say is that um, being at a crossroad, especially now, perhaps at the beginning of 2025, is totally fine. Is great. Just take that moment to put out your wishes, thoughts, goals, and roll up your sleeve. I hope Good Place channel can help you get a perspective, whether it's this podcast channel, whether it's the online program, whether it's conversation cards, perhaps using them on a date. Could be useful, never know. And it's interesting to, always take a perspective on life and in the situation you're in. And whether it's here on the boulevard, the beach, or somewhere warmer. I hope so, somewhere warmer. I hope we keep on, and I can keep on inspiring you. If you know anyone that has a great story to tell, please just share them with us. And I'll be happy to reach out wherever we are. I do hope in 2025 that I'll be able to meet more people in different places and cities around the world. Whether it's I travel privately, personally with my family, or for work. It would really give a nice perspective to this channel, and I'm looking forward to have a more diverse group of people, culturally diverse, religion, but even in age. Could be elderly, could be younger people. To have a bigger, a larger spread of people on this channel, and I can't wait to meet them. So we keep on going. 30 was in 2024. Who knows? At least 30 in 2025 and more. And want to thank you for your attention, time, support. Of course, please subscribe if you haven't, or like this video. You can follow us on our channels on Spotify, Apple Music, on YouTube, and of course through our Instagram channel. If you're interested in other products next to our podcast channel, just visit our website, and you can always send me a DM, and happy to jump on a call and explain more about it. And then from the beach here in Scheveningen, I want to wish you a happy new year. All the best and prosperity, success and luck. But most importantly, and I know it firsthand, is health. So for everyone, health is the base for everything that you want to do in life. Unfortunately, I've have a situation here in my family where health and life hasn't been granted, and it touches us and me personally very much. So health is very important and the base for everything. So wishing you the best of health in 2025. Okay, talk to you soon. Next episode's coming up in January, and we'll be in touch. Take care. Bye-bye. Ciao.